I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, and I was kidnapped in 41 at age 2 and brought to Moulton, Alabama. I later wrote a book about mind control murders and was almost killed myself April Fool Day of 80. I was in a political campaign to replace Dr. Congressman Larry McDonald, who was a character in the book, not the good guy. I was flown out to Mr. Flint's, and when the plane went down, the KL that he was supposed to be a passenger on, from Aurora, Colorado to Seoul, South Korea, President Nixon was on that flight and he was taken off, so they knew it was going down. Whether Larry McDonald was on that flight or taken out, um, and just pretend he was on it, but 260 plus went down. I was in that campaign, but here's what I wanted to put. I ended up living on the Appalachian Trail, and I was just on, well, about a video, and it's to this person, if he gets it. I was trying to tell him about Prince, was one of them. The Death, Life, Mind Control was used on. That's my words, okay? I did want to mention if he happens to see this video, because my phone's I just got it fixed. It's messing up again. Oh, I couldn't remember this man's name, so I'm deleting that other short video I think I just have, and I'm putting this up. I Googled to make sure of the names. Kathy, well, I remembered her name. Kathy Nichols worked for the forestry. I met her out in the National Forest, and she told me, I didn't think it at the time, and I still don't, that they were trying to help me. Okay, I was out there living because I was shut down. Okay, believe me, that's no easy feat with nothing. But anyway, her last name is Nichols, and I want to get to this. This gets into the Wayne Williams murders. Mary Welcome was the attorney, and the CIA, Attorney Marcus retired, came in and took over at the end of the trial of Wayne Williams. And that I was telling about that when all went down in Atlanta, and I was almost killed April Fool Day of 80. I'm across the state line illegally, taken there, worked for the district attorney. And since I had been telling about Wayne Williams, I called Mary Welcome, his attorney, and I said, "You won't believe me," but she was put right on the phone. She says, "But I do believe you." And she was going to send one of her people over to take a deposition. Well, before that happened, I was almost killed again. Anyway, so I wanted to put this up, though, because I was trying to tell about this one, because it happened there in Fulton County, and Wayne's in state prison, Wayne Williams. And by the way, he was convicted of killing two, and they continued to go on for a while. The murders did, and nobody, did anything. So, well, he's in prison, so he didn't do those. But anyway, I want to put this up. His name is, I'd forgotten. I wanted to make sure, and I went back and Googled it just now, and I took down the other video. Brian Gene Nichols was on trial for murder. And when was it? I put that down, please. Well, March 11th, 2005 is when it happened. Okay, he was in there for rape, and from all accounts, it's like some of these others, supposedly they just go wacky and start committing crimes when they've got a good, and then they're deemed mentally ill or something, which is a lie. The mind control was used on some of these people. It has nothing to do with mental illness. But anyway, he was in court on, what did I say, rape charge? And which was out of character. Anyway, his name is Brian Gene Nichols, and this is where Wayne Williams was found guilty. All right, he went on. He came out to be before the judge, and he jerked the gun out of the sheriff's deputies the way I remember it. Doesn't say that here, but I remember it. So he shot the judge and killed the judge. Says here, I believe well, it's bad enough, I don't mean just, that he wounded the sheriff's deputy. I'm not sure how that went. I know how the rest of it went. He was on trial for rape when he escaped custody and murdered the judge presiding over the trial. And I think he just wounded a court, well, I don't mean just, you understand, court reporter and sheriff's deputy and a federal agent who was headed to Salisbury, North Carolina. That was when he got out in, I don't think it's Gwinnett County, but it's one of the surrounding counties of Atlanta, and it's one that I knew. But anyway, he took this woman. I guess he was going to take her hostage, but she convinced him, and she sat up and read to him a biblical book, and he released her. But this is what I have to say here. That was a mind control. There was too much here that, and I know that people are going to say, hey, lady, you must think everybody's under mind control. Well, prove to me they aren't. No, I don't think everybody is, but the ones I have put down are. And it can be proven, at least in a lot of the cases. It's invisible, so that makes it hard to prove. But he's in prison for life, charged with 54 counts of crimes during the escape, found guilty on all charges November the 7th, 2005. Now then, what if this was your son or daughter and mind control was used on them, and that means that their civil rights, they're not even sure, didn't even know this happened to them. And that's what happened in Virginia Tech shooting and a lot of the others, and there's a list. The man that shot Larry Flint was programmed. He killed the judge there, shot his attorney, Lawrenceville, Georgia, while I was doing the book. That's all I'm going to put up right now. I got to go for the day, and I'm not sure that my phone's going to work anymore, so I'm going to get this up now.